We'll get to it a little bit here. I got a couple of things I want to talk about and bring up, and we are probably not going to be able to release the video I hope to release today, but we'll see how the services at the hotel room of the video is done. And I want to release it because I think it's a pretty inspiring video. But we're going to talk about some stuff. We're going to get into it. We're driving through some of the dead zones in Miami. I hopefully put them behind me. We're about halfway across Alligator Alley again. We have an hour and 21 to go, and it's a little rainy. Temperature is 60 degrees, and honestly, it's pretty nice outside. So I'm not even complaining about anything. Hope you guys had a nice Sunday, nice weekend. You ready to get back to it, and we're gonna get back into it. So I want to talk about a couple of things here. So the first thing I want to talk about is a man who inspires me and continues to inspire me, and that man is none other than Josh Allen. Now, one thing you might not know about him is that he put 1,000 applications in to try to get picked up by a college. None of the colleges wanted anything to do with him. A few of them said that he could play tight end. Um, he didn't want to do that. They said he wasn't good enough to be a quarterback. Good morning, Neil. So he puts 1,000 applications into colleges, and all of them say no, except for two teams. One was Western Michigan, and the other team was Wyoming. And while he's making his decision, Michigan pulls their offer off the table, and the only team that was willing to go forward with him was Wyoming. Um, he brought immense value to them. Obviously, went to the NFL, and I think right now he's probably the best quarterback in the league. But if we just rewind, that's funny, bro. The YouTube policy service says, "Hey, you're going to remove my ability to stream permanently." That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Clearly, another bot. So, anyways, I just wanted to use that as like inspiration, man, to just say like, if you feel like you can't do something, if people told you you're not good enough, if people said that you're not able to do something, whatever reason, like the truth is, you absolutely can, but only if you believe in yourself, and you got to be 100% sold on yourself. If I go back to when I started the YouTube channel, which thankfully now yeah, not a bot. Yeah, okay. I'm sure a bot would write not a bot. So, anyways, if you go back to when I started this YouTube channel in the very beginning, right? And I was spending a lot of money on cameras, computers, editing equipment, like everything, right? It was a big investment, and there was people in my inner circle saying, "Man, you'll never make it. Don't do it. It looks so stupid." And to be fair, I did look pretty bad. It was, it was, I was new to it. I didn't know how to do all this stuff, but I got it. You're hilarious, bro. I'm gonna report you, and we're gonna do that. Bam, bam. You're hilarious. You're hilarious. So, anyways, some people got nothing better to do with their time. Some people need to feel like they need to rip your building down to make theirs look taller. Um, Whatever. Double tap the center of the screen if you've been rocking with the YouTube Barber Academy for a long time. And I'm going to talk about some things that are going to inspire you. So, a handful of things this year that has inspired me is obviously Stylecraft and the team we've put together, and the people that I've got to meet, all of you at the shows, at the education, at the barber schools, at the distributorships, like on every level. There has been so many of you guys who have shared your story and done just so many good things for the industry. The influencers that I was around last weekend when we went to Stylecraft headquarters and we had our training seminar, hearing their stories about how they got involved with the brand and all of that, it just it was unbelievable. So one of the stories I'm going to tell you guys about, J Fade Forever. He was a guy who just started showing up, helping out, and just answering questions to people. And he went to probably 5 shows on his own dime and was just working with Stylecraft, helping us. And at the end of the day, we were just like, "Yo, he's got to become a part of the team." So his persistence was one of the things that definitely inspired me this year. Seeing Josh Allen last night win that game in the fashion that he did, and just seeing what a like when the whole world don't believe you, how believing in yourself can change everything. I just think that's such a huge inspiration. And we had a little party at the shop. We had all the guys that work at the shop together, and we just sat there and we watched the game. We had a little bit of food, and it just was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So, on the other hand, this weekend there's a lot of other things that are going on here, and I'm going to be able to show new clippers that it's going on this weekend is an event called Cosmoprof. And Cosmoprof is basically there's 2 Cosmoprofs that happen a year. It's not probably what you think. See, an officer died here. There's a blue flag on the side of the highway. Must have been some kind of accident or something. I'm terrible for that. But what happens here at this show is every major company is going to be there representing all their new tools, and they're going to sell those tools to distributors. Distributors are then going to go out and carry them to Clipper. So at the end of the day, here we back. We good? Neil, let me know if you can hear me, bro. I know it probably dropped off for a second, but maybe it came back. All right, cool, cool. So we're back in here. All right, right on, man. So yeah, so one of the things I'm pretty excited about, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but Zoom 45 does have a collaboration clipper coming out with Babyliss, and they've been kind of teasing it a little bit. They haven't really showed Dirk Diggler. What's up? Barbecues, thank you, man, for jumping in. Neil, always thank you, man, for jumping in. But yeah, so Zoom 45 and Babyliss have a clipper collaboration, and I'm going to be able to see it, and I think we'll be able to make a post about it. So, look, I know that I work with Stylecraft, and obviously I do that because I love Stylecraft, and I feel like they make the best tools in the world. But at the same time, I am very happy to see any barbers that have been working as hard as Chris Basio move up and improve their station, and that just goes for everything. I celebrate success wherever I see it. And at the end of the day, if I go way back on YouTube, so like 2012 when I started posting my first videos, we we actually I can count it on one hand the amount of barbers that were actually doing something then that are still doing something now. And one of them was Chris Basio. One of them was 360 GV. I began working really hard. They were way ahead of me. Those two, they blew up. Really, when we went to shows back then, it was like I was one of the only people holding a camera. He was 360 Jeezy was doing his thing. He was making a lot of videos. I don't know if you guys remember Wester Barber. He used to kind of take over these shows. This was like before A Rod and before a lot of these other guys. And now when you go to a show, it's kind of odd to see people not holding a camera. It's weird to do something with people uh, dedicated. Competition is so much. start, and I gotta stay on YouTube for as long as I have and continue to post really long and arduous process. So I absolutely salute Chris Basio for coming up and being able to make enough noise on his own. His own thing is going to the point where companies making clippers for him. So I think that's pretty cool. And Babyliss is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They can definitely you can do it in rain next, y'all. That's all I gotta say. I haven't even touched my windshield wipers. Look at this. I don't know if you guys are up on the game with that, but man, it's so the show happens every year. Actually, starting last year, it was the first year that they had it back. It went away for a little while. So it's every year in South Beach, and we're gonna go over to that convention center. I'll probably see some of the other barbers and influencers there as well. If you're in Santa Ana, California, there's a lot of great barbers in California. California's got a ton of great barbers. I'm sure there's somebody around you that could shape up your beard. He said, I need a good beard shaper. So that's kind of what it is, man. That's I wake up. I wake up every day feeling excited about what's next. And when you see us at the shows this year at Stylecraft, we're going to be so much more organized. We're going to do things a lot different. The deals are going to be insane. The shows are going to be fun. And if you have never went to a show, let me rewind a little bit. Let me just say this. Let's say that you've been working at your shop for a long time. You're kind of doing the same customers. You're getting by. Maybe you're happy. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're bored. Whatever the case may be. Let's just say that that's you, and maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit stagnant, right? One thing that I've noticed from barbers versus like cosmetologists, when cosmetologists leave the school and go off into the workplace, their education, it never stops. It's cultural. It's part of what they do. Their salons are usually big on education. They try to make people go to the shows. They encourage education. Barbering and barbershops, a lot of barbers think they know it all. They don't need to be educated any further. They don't feel like they want to go and do that. And the truth is, they couldn't be more wrong. If they go to the shows and they become inspired and they and you leave the show after some networking and things like that, man, man, you leave the shop feeling you're ready to go to the shop, I should say, when you leave the show, and you just feel rejuvenated, you feel inspired, and you're like feeling and understanding that you're part of something bigger than yourself, which is pretty awesome. Now I'm looking here. He said, hold up. Giga Cat, the Bills got lucky. The Bills got lucky. The Texans did get burned. The Texans got burned 100%. I think the Texans should have been able to win that game. There was a lot of bullshit that went on with the refs. And I, I, I I guess the Bills are going to go there, and the same thing's going to happen to them. The Chiefs, when you play the Chiefs, you got to beat the refs too. But the Bills did not get lucky. There was nothing lucky about what happened that night. We put together a great game plan, and we won the game. They had three turnovers. We made them pay. The weather supported us and not them. We held Derrick Henry to a manageable amount of yardage. And really, the Ravens should have been able to beat us, but they were coached poorly. That was a coaching loss. I feel personally that was more of a coaching loss than it was a loss for talent. For talent's sake, if you put them up against us, we don't match up well against the Ravens at all. Ravens have a team that can beat us, but they do not have a team that can beat. Oh yeah, go ahead, cut me off in the rain. Sure. But the Ravens do not have a team that was going to go to the Super Bowl. I think they would have been beat. So at the end of the day, the Bills move on, and we're probably going to get robbed by the refs, and everybody knows it. There were so many flags that went on for the Texans. I just don't feel like the Bills are going to get a fair shake. Give us a fair shake, and we'll beat them like we did in the regular season. So anyhow, the Lions too. What an upset! The Lions was a huge upset. I really thought the Lions were going to be the team that was going to be on that other side. Now you got the Redskins in there, and I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on that other side. Obviously, it's going to be the Eagles or the Redskins. If I was a betting man, I'd probably put my money, I guess, on the Eagles. But the Redskins were kind of a bit of a dark horse, and they showed up and they showed out. And they did their thing. Good morning. Good morning, the amazing gamer oh 04. Appreciate you, man. Ethan, what's up? So, yeah, we had a lot of fun last night watching that game. That was the game you could cheer for. That was probably one of the more exciting games. You guys got to realize the Bills have been on the end of so many big games, so many times that we lost the game. You know, the 13-second game, heartbreak, the Eagles game last year, 61-yard field goal, pouring rain, heartbreak. The Hail Mary, when Kyler Murray threw up a Hail Mary at the very end of the game was over, 10 seconds, bang, they caught that, won that game. I mean, we've been on the losing end of a lot of these games, and it's just incredibly difficult to, it's a hard life being a Bills fan. It really is. It's, it's not for the faint of heart. So I really feel like everybody knows this too. I really feel like the Bills deserve one, man. Josh Allen, maybe not the franchise as a whole, but Josh Allen has put it all on the line for us for the last 5 years, and he deserves a Super Bowl. He really does. It's a Bills fan over here. I grew up in Niagara Falls, New York, just outside of Buffalo, and you know we got a lot of love for that team, guys. We got a lot of love for that team, and I really hope that they could come through and get that W for real. We're about to be entering here the Miccosukee Indian Reservation here in a second, and that's mostly all swamps here. We're driving across Alligator Alley, and I don't know what the weather's like where you guys are at. Drop it in the comments. Where are you at, and what's the weather like? I'm always curious about that. What up, Ernesto? Thank you for jumping in the room. Appreciate you. So normally, the weather's usually a lot better here. I hope it's not raining like this in South Beach, boy. It is pouring down. It looks like the whole damn way. Hopefully, I don't run into any other weather because a lot of times getting into South Beach can be a pain in the butt. Georgia and 27 degrees, man, that's freezing. I mean, some places in Georgia get it. I got a client who owns an Airbnb, and they were over at that Airbnb. They were all the way at the top of that mountain. They got like iced in, but he tried to leave anyways. He said, dude, they were slipping and sliding all the way down those mountains, dude. I couldn't imagine. That's so scary. You see those hills in Tennessee and in Georgia? Boy, I tell you, man, you don't want to have to deal with that. So 69 and rainy here. Best weather in Cali, 60 degrees, nice and probably dry. Hopefully you're not affected by all those fires, man. I feel terrible for them people. A lot of people lost their homes and everything. And so, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to hop in here and say what's up to you guys. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get my video uploaded before 2 o'clock, but we'll see where the day leads. If I get some time to put that together and get that up, I will. Otherwise, the next couple of days, I'll be kind of vlogging. I'll show you guys some of the stuff. We'll drop some short content, and we'll see where it goes. So double tap the middle of the screen on your way out. If you want to like the video, help your boy out a little bit, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Maybe we'll go live at the convention center. I don't know, but until then, over 900 videos to help you learn. This is the YouTube Barber Academy, and I'm out of here.